Hey guys, my name is Destiny and this is Alex.
And welcome to YWAM Perth Fortnightly News.
Last Thursday, our entire base got together for a full day of worship.
Let's see what that looked like.
Boom!
My favorite thing about worship day was when we had a chance to pray on the map and we were just walking around making sure that our feet were like covering every surface of the countries or wherever. And my favorite was when me and my husband went to Canada and we just saw so many people interceding for Canada, and then we went over to England and we saw so many people interceding for England, which is both those countries are really dear to our hearts. It's where we're from, and just broke my heart just knowing that God was there and there's still people there that need prayer and need breakthrough in their lives, and there's people that are not from there praying for our countries.
We had dancing parade and intercede for nation.
I really liked when we had the map on the ground and we were linking arms marching across the world map.
We are so excited that the Birth Attendant School is back from outreach.
Let's hear from them, eh?
Yeah.
I have a testimony about a woman who I met in labor. We were actually helping somebody else, but I kept noticing this woman named Elizabeth who was in the room. I could see she was on her own laboring and she was definitely in pain, but we were helping somebody else, so we weren't able to attend to her. But I kept noticing her and I kept going over just to quickly check on her. But nobody came to her, and once we finished helping the woman who we were with, I went over to her and I just said, how are you doing? Are you okay? And she began crying and said she'd been in labor for several days and that she was supposed to be going for a C-section, but there were no doctors available. So I just said, can I pray for you? And she right away said yes, and she grabbed my hands and interlocked with my fingers, and she raised her other hand and was just so eager to cry out to God with me. And so we prayed that her baby would come, and as soon as my prayer finished, she had a very strong contraction, and moments later her baby was born. And so it was incredible, and afterwards it was just such a joyous moment when we just praised God and thanked Him, and she recognized and I recognized that God really heard our prayers and He delivered her. It was amazing.
I was in Zambia, and in one of the hospitals that we were working in, I was with a woman in labor, and as I was looking after her, I had realized after some time that she was only 12 years old, and she was a victim of rape and was laboring, and but in that situation I really just saw God's grace with her. even though she was just so young and it was an unfortunate situation, the hospital staff really came around her and really supported her and really mothered her. And yeah, even though she was so fearful about so much, like she really was comforted by so many women. And one of the other girls on the Birth Attendant School was able to share the gospel with her. We were able to pray over her and just really, in that situation, I just really sensed that the Lord was really with her and that she really had the comfort that God would give her. Yeah, and so yeah, it's just a testimony of God's faithfulness and His love and grace towards us.
In Zambia, I was with a mum in the hospital. I was monitoring her and caring for her, and she was expecting to deliver a baby at 27 weeks, which is about 6 or 7 months pregnant. And so we were expecting a very small baby, a very sick baby, and I was praying over this woman, over her bump, and just asking God that He would make the baby big enough, make the baby strong enough, help it to breathe, help its heart, all these things. And when a baby's born, we give it a score out of 10 to kind of see how it's doing and yeah, have a benchmark of where it started. And it's out of 10. And I said, God, I'm expecting that you're going to give me a perfect 10 with this delivery. This baby's going to be exactly how it ought to be. And then I said, oh, no, actually, I would even settle for a 9 out of 10 with some pale hands, and that be the point that the baby missed. And hours went by, and eventually the baby was born, and it was 2.7 kilos, which is a bit small, but it's a normal size. And this baby did not look like it was 6 or 7 months gestation. It was perfectly formed, screaming, kicking. Its heart was pounding away. This baby was perfect, except it had pale hands, so we gave it a 9 out of 10. And that just really spoke to me about God's faithfulness and how He hears our prayers and even the detail of our prayers, and He's faithful to answer them.
Thanks for watching this week's YWAM Perth Fortnightly News.
And remember to follow us on social media, and then see you in 2 weeks. Bye.